actually shown
All
once
right,
before
chat.
by Cloud9.
Here we go
on
now.
this map versus
FaZe
Sentinels.
Clan versus
And I think
TSM is gonna be a
could
good
probably
one,
use-
brother.
Actually, no, I
Come on
actually
now.
see a Cypher right
Cut
now.
the cat. Let's get a poll going in chat. Who do you think is going to win, brother?
But look at this. They've gained access to A, and this was what they wanted, or so they think. They've still
You think
got
you're
one
gonna
on this
trick
A
a
side, so
Rui? I
maybe Faze's
say,
gonna get in position. Kill, but there's a
with
peek that could come
a
in
bucket
from
of
Drone.
milk.
That could
Come on,
They
Wardell.
don't have the
Come
clock
on.
time.
10
So now
seconds
it's
left.
Take
up to
him.
Drone. Drone's got to get this
There we
first kill.
go.
There's the first one, and now they have to stick to Spike, but they have to worry about Drone, who's still on the site. Now they do get on the other side of that box while Wardell was going on a killing spree, but it's brought it all down to one. It's Baby Bay who falls and leaves Raucus alone in the 1v3 post-play.
Lord have
First kill's
mercy.
gonna be
Come
his,
on
and they'll
now.
upgrade as well to a Phantom
kidding
from the
me?
Spectre. Now he's got the recon dart to try and pick out some positions. Players are on the
Dumbass,
site.
where's gonna
Spike's
stick it,
landed on the
Buster?
other side of these boxes. It's not exactly set up for him. So the shock dart comes through, goes to go to the swing, pulls
Look
up
at
the
him.
Spike with just a second
Look at
left.
him.
Had an opportunity to just secure it, but a nice shot from Wardell to finish off the 3K on the round.
And then they had a big dart, at least from TSM, which would have been okay. We know exactly where those three players are at, but the kills just didn't come through. And now it's just going to be Hazed holding his ground. Finally, he gets some action here towards the seaside earlier on, and he spams through the smoke and takes down Marv. This is huge for TSM to start things off to bring that economy back, but FaZe Clan doing a very good job, at least on their takes as a unit. I talked about how they didn't look as a unit overall for FaZe at the beginning of this game, but from the way that they've been playing the pulse plans into these sites, I got to give them props for that.
Pickoffs going in both directions, some of it through that spiraling smoke from Jet. Drone, jiggle peeking currently in the sewers, has to be careful. Some shots sent that direction, and yeah, now they're coming from the other side as well. He's surrounded. So right now, FaZe has actually put themselves in a decent position. Even though it's even strength and damage is dealt, they've managed to pull TSM off balance, shifting a lot of that weight on the defense over to A. And now you see Sabrosa slowly trying to sneak his way back into C. I don't think Raucus is going to be prepared for this. This should be the execution. Beautifully played from Sabrosa. Now with 30 seconds left, they really have to get in to try to fight this, but Sabrosa also has to be careful. His team is so far away, and there's so many positions they could be in. Now that he knows he's got to watch out, they throw the dark cover down to give him a little bit of more staying power, and there he finds himself now in the one-on-one on the site, and resources now shifting over in that direction. Sabrosa says, I don't really need you guys. Thanks for the help, but I got this. Puts the team on his back, wins the 1-on-3 on the C site. It's a 4th round for TSM.
They have to add pressure, right? But from adding pressure, they add also weaknesses, and FaZe also knows that the pressure comes. So if it's not from the neural theft, you saw ZachaREEE that was watching that flank from sewers anyways to get that kill. And now as they continue to try to commit for this pressure towards the A side, long A side sewers, they're losing those individual fights. That's what I talked about in the pregame too. When it comes down to the 1 versus 1 skill-wise, the FaZe Clan does have that firepower necessary. Now as a unit, they're looking a lot better too.
A trade back and forth, but again, FaZe has the advantage in the round from a numbers perspective. Good damage being dealt here as Wardell picks off one more on the cross.
I know
that's Sabrosa going down. That's going to be a big loss, and that's also the neural theft coming out. So that puts Wardell in a really interesting position. Puts a ping down and then changes spots. But right now, FaZe is kind of all over the place. You got a player garage. You've got one in mid going towards B. And you've got Omen back in spawn. Now, it's going to come down to this battle in mid. That's a huge kill for Drone. That makes the B site a non-option. So they'll likely be trying to use this pressure that they're building up currently in the garage to get on to C, where they're going to have to fight with Wardell, who has now decided to back off. They're going to be playing the post plant, and Marved on 20 HP is not going to have a whole lot to fight with. So there's the spike dedication coming in on the plant. Dark cover goes down. Wardell gets vertical up atop over that smoke. Good thing for him that he didn't try to sneak inside it. He's still waiting for his teammate to come into position. And Wardell seems to think that somebody could be hiding inside this, so he's being patient, waiting for it to dissipate. Once it does, it's time to move in. There's the flash around the corner. Great setup from Drone. Pick off from Marv, but he's not able to survive in the 1-on-1. Again, the HP from Marv just a little too low. Drone caps off the 3K. And it's a round win for TSM.
And you got to give it as well for Baby Bay, how he got those kills too, because he was individual plays by himself with the cloud burst that he has. So being able to creep through the cloud burst, waiting that to dissipate, then get those 2 kills after, that was huge there for FaZe Clan to be able to come back into this round. So this forces TSM on an eco, and they're not afraid of anything so far as Marv himself tried to push forward on a lurk, but he gets punished by Hazed. A Vandal's going to get picked up. Raucus is in a great spot here. Trying to go for the trigger.
Take him out.
But sees nobody else.
Take him out.
Behind Sabrosa, so
Holy shit. Hazed is on one today. That's my daddy right there,
so
baby.
Hazed by himself gets the first kill, 2 entries into the site. Now a spike plan for TSM, where the last 2 guys, Corey and ZachaREEE, trying to move forward from the spawn. But look how passively it's played from TSM. They have a perfect pulse plan position. I wonder if the spike plan was a little bit planted a little bit too closer inside there. That might force their hand to be discovered when FaZe Clan goes for a fake defuse, but FaZe Clan decides instead to fall back and save their weapons.
You know, when we talk about this team, we often talk about Drone, we talk about Sabrosa, we talk about Wardell. But a player who has really impressed me as
Hazed, baby.
Recently.
Hazed, baby. The big man, the big daddy, the big doggy. Come on now. Take him out.
Corey get picked off as they exit from the site.
Oh, he wants some too?
But also the way he's locked down C
if
specifically.
you want it.
C is Hazed
You
territory.
got
That
it.
is his playground.
Oh, Cutler.
Corey.
Cutler.
Aggressive, spotting Cutler.
The f are you jiggling that angle for, huh?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Sight on it, but realistically, position is not in a place where you can even do anything about that. So they have to back off. It's just an early kill. They can't do much else. I love the use of this dark cover from Marv, throwing it down and taking advantage of the fact that they're down a player.
Removed.
Catches one off guard, has an opportunity to get one more, but Sabrosa's still in that position. They've got Marv still on the back line, but it's actually Sabrosa who's doing all the damage for TSM and keeping them in even strength. 2-on-2 as Sabrosa looks the wrong way at the wrong time. And it all falls onto this man. It's Wardell. He's got it all, and he's got the ult available as well now. He can dodge the dart, get into position here with his op, to try and catch one on the cross, and then switch back to the knives if necessary. Without changing positions, knows where they're coming from. Has to line up at least one of these.
You
and
kidding
now there's
me?
a nice switch.
Take it! Take it, boy! I don't care if you missed your dash. Anima up, the butt is working.
While the raise is currently being used by Baby Bay. This gun round, though, coming in for TSM versus the bonus round. It's still going to be the bonus round that prevails as Raucus gets the first kill. But you can see so far, every single round, TSM is putting a lot of importance on this mid control, where it's seldomly played passively by FaZe Clan. But because they have these submachine guns, they have to push up a little bit more. So you have this player playing towards the rope. You have him pushing out towards the male side as well. But Drone is trying to keep things alive. But it's going to be the run it back from FaZe. They're traded off. And the information as well that it's
you know he's there.
They're trying to rush
Watch
into
out.
B now.
Check
and
the corner.
Raucus has
You better
to
check it. Check it.
Raucus
There you go,
back
Wardell.
sight.
Wardell, don't you
Doesn't
fucking
really
miss a
get an
shot, you know.
opportunity.
Oh, Lord have
Wardell gets
mercy.
dropped by
What is
Marved,
happening?
who's having a standout performance here in the first buy round. 3 kills already as he gets around Pillar. Hazed there with the pickoff, has to be careful.
Hazed!
Final player.
Hazed! Are you kidding me?
3K, 2 HP surviving.
Hazed is your mama, your Annie, your grandma, and still whooping your ass in video games. Come on!
The rocket used by Baby Bay. The fuse starts to expire, so it just has descended flying. No damage dealt. There's the rolling thunder to allow them into heaven. Nice low tripwire catches them off guard as they move their way into the site. They do have a chance potentially.
Here we go, Roses. Come on.
Drone in an awkward position as
Take
he
it.
falls into the site.
30 seconds left.
But they back off. They surrender control and they're going to play for the retake. That's the smart move
Spike planted.
from the defensive side of FaZe.
Out of charges.
Spike's been planted, and we're in 4-on-4 territory. Sabrosa gets inside dark cover and is waiting to potentially strike. A lot of targets, though, in this area. This is probably not going to work out so well for Sabrosa, so starts to change positions and ends up being able to pick off 1, make it 2 as well as Sabrosa spins back. Great move. Corey is there for the ultimate punish as he drops into the smoke. And now there's a flash coming out. Shots coming through as well from Raucus as Wardell wasn't anticipating the op being in that position. An empty mag results in a reload, and that cost precious seconds on the clock. And it puts Hazed in a position where he
Last
finds the round
round in the
win.
half.
6-5 in favor of TSM.
So once you throw that smoke early towards mid side, then you try to push towards A, but it's going to be Corey that decides to go for the hero play, pushing himself towards the A main, but he's waited and greeted by an operator, and also Raucus is greeted by a showstopper on the B side. So that's both sides weakened up. They're trying to get some sort of play moving forward. Baby Bay's just rocket jumping across the site and gets the shotgun kill there, but nonetheless, that opens it up. The neural theft also
Spike
allows
planted.
FaZe Clan to know that all the players are towards the A side, but look at how much control you have now for TSM. It's just over at this point. Last one at the spawn side, Wardell with the triple into this round, and TSM takes the first half, 7-5.
They're going to be moving towards B, at least early on. They've got a lot of presence in B main. Sabrosa uses the bomb bot to peek. Great paranoia, and that's a solid follow-up as well. Catches his blind teammate, or opponent, excuse me, going for the boom bot. Now they're going to try and use what they've got to get out. Good damage coming through as well as they spam through the smoke. Sabrosa gets one more before being taken down. Hayes doing as much as he can to buy time for Drone to get into position, and now it's all on to Raucus. It's a 1-on-4. TSM looks to have secured the pistol in the second half. The positioning for his opponents made it very difficult. It all came down to timing, and unfortunately the timing doesn't work out so well.
You wanted ZachaREEE to be alive too, unfortunately, right? So
Yeah. Losing ZachaREEE on that cross definitely was rough. It was just good positioning from Wardell to get there that quickly. Double-digit rounds for TSM, and they're going to try to punish with some aggressive play in mid. And Sabrosa does so. No surprise there. Sabrosa's done this in the past, especially on the last map, getting hyper-aggressive on that defensive side. Very quickly, it gets reduced to one player as Drone just starts lining him up. Finding himself 3 on the round, it's 11 on the board for TSM. So no game is ever truly over, and we've seen more than our fair share of impressive comebacks. Hayes is in the backside of sight, spotted by the ult that gives Baby Bay the easy rocket kill onto his opponent, and things are starting to heat up over on the B site. Cutler's still here in position. There's the ult getting popped. That neural theft will give away the position here of Cutler, who's really just trying to slow things down as much as possible. Fault lines and flashes to keep them locked on site. And Ives coming out from Wardell, but they've escaped into B main. But the smoke's down, that does leave the player on site.
Hello.
And that'll be a quick shot
Hello.
from Wardell as the
Go to the bomb. 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 Somebody go to the bomb.
He has to come through the smoke.
Take it.
Take that battle, but
Take it.
but that's it. TSM still have 5 rounds to work with to get that money right? So that forced buy, I think it's totally fine here for TSM. A double kill from Cutler. That's going to make things even easier to justify the buy here for TSM in here.
Wardell waiting around the corner with the judge. That's a little bit tough. This is not a great start in the round for FaZe. I mean, we're at the minute mark and it's a 2-on-4. Solid work from Cutler to reduce the forces down as much as he did. And look at the aggression again over on the B site. They're getting so much information from this. They've got Hazed pushed all the way through B main, now rounding into Ramen. They know this is going to be a play towards A. See what they can do, though. Wardell's in position with that shotgun. Baby Bay is about to come around the corner. The boom bot will go in first. That's actually from the defensive side. Paint shells go out. I love the move. Baby Bay actually gets into ropes. You still have to get one across because that's the spike carrier. If that was the spike carrier, that would have been huge. There was an opening there towards the B site, but it looks like it's going to be curtains for FaZe, as now there's nothing left for Baby Bay to work with. The Rolling Thunder helps secure things. TSM take the series.
Let's go.
As they win the second
That
round,
was for my boy
13-7.
Tens and for my girl Kai Day or Kai. I don't know how to pronounce her name, dude. I'm gonna be honest.